what is the phenomenon that people are seeing? I mean, here we can talk about people seeing UFOs, people feeling like they've been abducted or otherwise interfered with. What do you think is going on with those?
So you said you had a friend that had an experience.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Several.
I did
Yeah.
too. An engineer. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna. Yeah. Several experiences. Yep.
Ah, okay. So I also have a friend. He's an engineer. He's not prone to making up stuff, and he is absolutely convinced he saw a UFO
Hmm.
that was intelligently guided. Now, when I first started hearing people make claims about UFOs, my first thought was to just say it's natural phenomenon. It's in your head. It's nothing. But I don't think that's fair, and I don't think it's reasonable. I
Hmm.
think people really have seen things because there's way too many testimonies and way too many good testimonies. And when they've done research on some, the government's done a lot of studies. I have the names of them written down somewhere, but there's a number of government studies, and they ended up so science wise, they're only going to give you a few options of what they think scientifically. They'll say, it's explainable. We just haven't figured it out. It's uh, different condition in the person and so on. Um, but when you like the most recent military video where they said it got hit by a missile and it just kept going, and
Oh
there's
yeah.
some neat things like that. There's also the abduction stories. I guess we can get into that in a minute. But so the UFOs, there, it's not fair to just dismiss people's testimonies, and it's also not fair to just say an unidentified flying object is really an alien flying object. They're called unidentified for a reason
Hmm.
because we don't have definitive proof yet. However, some of the evidence that they have is pretty stunning. Um, some of the studies that they have showed that these things can accelerate at, oh, I'll have to look at that, unfathomable. I mean, they're accelerating at like a million G's. So G's, each G is a measure of force on us. Like gravity is 1 G. If you ever seen pilots or astronauts go through where they put them in something that spins to put a lot of pressure on them,
Hmm.
they can stand 4 to 6 G's only for a little bit.
Hmm.
But whatever are going in these UFOs, or now they're calling them unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP, I think it is.
Hmm.
They're going to, I can't remember the number, so you'll have to check into it. It was either thousands or million of G. They're also making right turns,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're also appearing and disappearing.
Hmm.
And they're violating physical limits. And there's some good evidence that they have on video, testimonies, and other things, and the testimonies match others. So something is going on that would be violating natural laws. So that's a miracle.
Hmm.
um, so again, I don't think it's fair to dismiss testimony. There is some good evidence that there are some real things happening, real phenomenon. It's not just in people's heads. But also, we don't want to just jump right to aliens because there's other possibilities.
Hmm.
Um, I'll show you one slide that's funny, and then one slide that's actually more telling. So here's a study. There is a UFO reporting center, and they've been keeping data for a while. And there is just, I'm sure by now there's millions of sightings and things that they have. So here is a graph that was made. I think Richard Dean made this taken from the National UFO Reporting Center. Oh yes, it was him because he also had this overlay. So to me, that's funny. Um, and the stats do say something interesting though. They do say that at 3 a.m. you are 10 times more likely to see a UFO than at, let's say, 6 a.m. or 8 p.m. Other times where it's dark, where there's a lot more people outside, for some reason, it's 10 times more often at 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I am not saying this to claim it has anything to do with inebriation. I did this one just for more fun, but you can analyze the data and some really even more bizarre things come out. Now, this is what I mean between too many people are just approaching aliens with speculation. The most common thing I hear is there just has to be more out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem. On something that's actually impacting us with our global investment and could possibly impact beliefs, you got to put a little bit more time into it. We do have enough data for some analysis, and you can test the different theories. So one of the theories is the Extraterrestrial Hypothesis, ETH.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is it's just natural phenomenon, just some is unidentified. And I think what the studies have shown, the different government studies, I think they've identified 99% of the UFOs as identifiable natural stuff. But there's 1% that they call, I think it's residual UFOs, RUFOs, RUFOs.
Mm-hmm.
Those 1% they don't have an explanation for. Those are the things that are doing right turns in the air, appearing and disappearing, good evidence of it, and violating physical laws. So now that doesn't work with the natural hypotheses very well. It does work with the extraterrestrial hypothesis, but now a lot of researchers, and I have quotes from atheist and agnostic researchers, they're starting to have a new hypothesis. They call it ID, so interdimensional hypothesis. They're saying the things that they're finding are doing things that are outside of the physical laws of this universe. So they have to be a different dimension.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to be purposeful. So they're talking about interdimensional beings. So that's the IDH, the interdimensional hypothesis.
Okay.
So there are ways you can test this.
That is a fascinating idea.